Crystals. Of course.
But Dr. Cortex, to reach full power, need not only your master crystal, but also the remaining 25 slave crystals from the surface. How do you expect to retrieve them when we don't have any Earthbound operatives left?
You fool! Do you think I'm unaware of the situation? If we don't have any friends left on the surface, then we need to find an enemy.
Hello, and welcome to 60 Second Retro Gamer. With me is Mr. Simon Pryor.
Hello.
And Mr. Richard Hatton.
Good evening.
And
Guten Abend.
I am the Scum.
Yeah.
And we're here to talk about Crash Bandicoot number 2. Was it Wrath of Cortex? No, Cortex Strikes Back.
Cortex Strikes
That's
Back,
the one.
yeah.
I always get the two mixed up. Wrath of Cortex is the one I've never
You were
played.
right, released in 97.
Ah, there you go. I thought it was.
Yeah. But I bought Crash 1 on Platinum in 97.
Ah, so Crash 1 must have been 96 then.
Yeah.
There you go. I thought it was that way around.
16 years old. Fucking nuts.
Don't say things like that, please.
Getting old, Ant.
I know. And I'm the youngest one in the room.
I know. I don't tend to think about it.
I've got grey hairs and a pot belly.
You keep them in a jar.
Yes. Yeah, it was. I think looking back on it, I said this earlier when I was capturing it. Naughty Dog know how to push their consoles to the limits graphically, because even though this is only just like a bog standard platform,
I don't actually think it may be pushing it to the limit. I think it may be more a case that they know how to manipulate the technology to
what they want it to go. Yeah,
to make it look as decent as possible. So
because surprisingly, that's a platformer. Mind you, saying that the first one still looked pretty good.
Oh yeah,
Gathering that it was very early on in the PlayStation's life.
Oh yes,
this is I don't know. They just know how to manipulate their stuff rather well and get the water looking nice and the levels looking nice and lush.
Indeed.
And characters' mouths moving as well. That didn't happen very often back in the day.
No.
They usually just looked like they were having epileptic fits with their heads all the time. Not even that. Their heads are just sort of shaped. Especially if it was Tomb Raider, their head would be going like the fucking clappers. And Metal Gear Solid. Their whole bodies would go with that one.
Snake!
But and I mean, we were saying earlier as well, like compared to the first one as well, little renovations like the fact when he's being chased by the boulder, he actually turned around to look at it.
Yeah,
that didn't happen in the first. They changed
just little tweaks.
Yeah, they changed the animations here and there to make it suit each level, which I thought was quite a nice little touch. A little stambush. Have I got a gold mask already?
Because you had one when you went in.
Oh.
And you just picked
it. Says a lot about my memory, doesn't it, really? It's about I captured this about an hour ago. And I've already forgotten how
it's about as efficient as the 60-second gaming machine gets.
Yeah.
Captured it an hour ago, and now we're
podcasting
it.
Can I take it that ice was a new inclusion?
Yes, it was, yes.
There's
the snow levels in general were brand new.
Nice ice. Nice variations in the levels.
That sounds almost as bad as the... See, this annoyed me. That box is blatantly in reach, but I couldn't get him to hit it for some reason.
He's just sliding and sliding and sliding, sliding, more sliding, spinning, give up.
There you go, look. He's blatantly hitting that and it wouldn't let me have it. I
think you're pressing the button perhaps a bit too late. But
no, I pressed it as literally when he was at the height of his jump and it wouldn't let me have it.
Oh. And then you realise you're actually just capturing it, you weren't going after all the boxes.
So I'm not doing this for completion's sake.
Yeah.
But never mind.
Okay. So it's still the same old Crash from the first game, really, isn't it? It's the same usual platform, but with tweaks, improvements to the formula, new villains, new weather.
Saying that, I mean, some of the bosses returned.
Oh yeah, I'm saying that there's new. It's the same old, but there's new bits thrown in. So there's new bad guys, there's old bad guys.
Yeah. It's like what they used to do with Sonic, really.
Yeah. But they've done it better.
Only these actually changed with time and actually you know,
innovated.
You could see a visible difference. Whereas when it got
Yeah.
to Sonic 3, it was like,
well, in this,
is there anything new?
with Crash as well? I mean, not only did they jazzed the graphics up. I mean, we're talking pre Naughty Dog sort of dropping the franchise and going off to do Uncharted and all of that. And the rather lame PS2 Crash.
I've never
versions.
played it, but I do intend to get it at some point.
Yeah. There's a few of them actually, and there's like a couple of kart games, and there's all of those.
Crash of the Titans.
Yeah, so there's all of those, but I mean, I personally haven't played any of those anyway, but with the PS1 games in particular, it's all like, well, okay, so this is what we did in the first game, what can we do to not just give people the same game?
Yeah.
Like, let's tweak it a bit, let's like throw in the ice bits, let's throw in some new puzzles, let's throw in some new perspective stuff.
Yeah, I mean, they still had, like, you know, the boulder chases.
I think you got that a bit wrong.
Yeah. Oh, dear, it wasn't until afterwards I was like, oh, bollocks.
Shall we play a bit of the audio?
How I got away with that, though, I don't know.
Yes. Very Christmassy.
Almost fills you with a little nostalgia, really, doesn't it? That was the end of a bonus level. I didn't just collect a lot of fruit. No, a little bit of a trivia as well, which I didn't find out till the other week. The chap who did all the music for the PS1 crashes is the same chap who did the music for the Rugrats, apparently, and all the and the films. And I don't know if he did the game as well, more than likely. But I was like, oh, that's why they sound a little bit weird and wonderful.
Yeah.
But it's
He's done a lot actually, the composer.
he has done quite a bit. I think he did a lot of Nickelodeon stuff. This makes me laugh as well.
Pee-wee's Playhouse.
Oh, bloody hell! There you go.
Back in '86.
In the opening sequence, when you first talk to Cortex, he says the crystals are cleverly hidden.
Oh yeah,
in the levels.
They are not cleverly hidden.
They're not. They're just floating in midair.
It's like anyone can nab them
in plain sight.
Yeah. Well,
for want of a better term.
Just in plain
They're
sight,
just
really. Let's be honest.
Hidden cleverly in the levels, and they're really not.
Crash.
They're
hidden cleverly. No.
No, be quiet.
No.
But it was
They're not.
It was a nice little touch, and it's nice the fact they didn't use the island idea again as well. They had the warp room idea, and they changed. It's the same formula, like you said, but it's mixed up.
It's
A lot
tweaked.
more, yeah, tweaked a lot more than you'd expect.
Yeah.
The nice addition of the crystals was good as well, because it gave you something to. Apart from just looking for the gems when you got all the boxes, you had something to actually go in there and look for.
Yeah.
Which and you could do the levels in any order as well. You didn't have to do them in a linear, so you could do the last level of the warp room first.
Yeah, it opened it up, didn't it? 'Cause
Yeah.
it's like you're not going, okay, it's not doing the old Donkey Kong format, you know, where Donkey Kong Country, where it's like, you've got to do these levels in this order, and that's the only way you can do it.
Yeah.
It's saying, okay, these are the 5 levels, do them in whatever order you want, get the
Yeah.
crystal, do the boss battle up to the next one and carry on.
Which the boss battle for the first warp room was Ripperoo from the first game, brought back again in a slightly. It's essentially it was the same boss battle as the first one, really, but it was the same tactics but done slightly differently.
Yeah.
Whereas instead of it actually being boxes floating by you, it was the boxes appeared like in the squares.
Yeah.
Like playing pieces.
One thing I quite like soundtrack-wise is that you listen to it and you know it's Crash Bandicoot as well.
Straight away, yeah.
Even with the Christmas sleigh bells in the snow levels.
Yeah. That's one thing I like about that. The chap who's done the music. It's not the same if you hear some music from Rugrats. You know it's Rugrats straight away. Unless, of course, it's the films, in which case they were a complete orchestra, which shows the true versatility of that chap. But I mean, so it's like the boulder level's back again, but there's additions of like extra obstacles you've got to dodge apart from just the pits, and there's pissing mines that really did my head
You're
in.
not very good at avoiding them, really, are you?
There's one, he was doing it and he literally just walked around it. He didn't set it off, he just somehow managed to walk around it and carry on.
Yeah. There was one where I hit the mine, it bounced me over one hole and I landed in the one next to it instead. Which I'm sure will be in this footage.
Yeah,
I think it might have been the second boulder level, actually, I can't remember.
Yeah,
but they got a lot more. Like the first one, it was the same levels further in, but they got more challenging the further in you went. There's another cleverly hidden crystal. And
in plain sight.
Yeah. It's like this is a bonus level from the first one again, or in the similar vein.
Actually, I've just found out that the guy who did the soundtrack to this also composed the main theme to Eureka, the TV show.
Really?
That one.
Bloody hell.
It sort of fits in with his stuff.
Yeah.
And he did Nick and Nora's Infinite Playlist, Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs, Catfish, Fanboys. He's done Alvin and the Chipmunks, Chipwrecked. He's also done that. That's his latest one, apparently.
Obviously, he'll do anything for a paycheck then.
Well, no, I think he does a lot of kids stuff. I mean, to be honest, you don't have to like Alvin and the Chipmunks.
I think I got that wrong as well. Yeah.
Yeah, you don't have to like Alvin and the Chipmunks to write the score for it.
No, it's just.
It helps.
It does mean you have to watch the film.
I'm sure David, is it David Cross? Who's in Alvin and the Chipmunks?
I have no idea.
And he's
he's
in this one. Yeah, he hated it. Yeah, he said it was,
Which means he probably won't be in another one if they ever do another one.
They'll do another one.
Yeah, he called it.
It'll turn into Scooby-Doo. It'll start out with some fairly high production, then not quite so much. Then all the main people will leave.
That is the same thing
DVD
in
film.
any animated series. That is what happens. Land Before Time 1, fantastic, and then we're on like 15 or 16 now. It's stupid.
12.
No, it's beyond that. It's beyond 12.
Have they gone further now?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's about 16 of them, I think.
But yeah, Alvin and the Chipmunks. David Cross said it was the most unpleasant experience he's ever had.
I know they did a TV series of Land Before Time.
Yeah.
Which I've never seen, and I know they've got some truly horrendously, very badly written songs, like the one I showed you from number 2, that you only listened to about half a minute of and turned it off.
Which is a smart move.
A little bit more than me, actually.
Yeah.
Which,
controls as well. I quite like the controls. I mean, it's
not the same as before, but they are.
There's more moves for Crash to do. There's a lot of
Look, the
belly flop, and is the slide move new as well?
Yes, that wasn't in the first one. Being able to crouch, that was new.
Yeah.
I don't know. There was many more. Most of the new moves came in number 3 because you learnt a new move after every boss battle, didn't you?
Yeah.
Like the double jump and the whatever else, but we'll go into that when we do.
Yeah,
the
when we do 3.
But this was the level I had to do again. Remember? Because I was.
He
like,
did the level once, and then he went down the wrong path and missed the crystal.
It's because there was 2 paths, and I was like, I should be on the next warp room by now, and it says a lot, really. That I know that was.
So he fell off.
Bit of a rookie error there.
Yeah.
But it says a lot. I mean, if you just literally blitz through each level, you could probably finish this game in about 4 hours, I reckon.
Yeah.
Give or take.
Well, given that you blitzed Warp Room 1, I mean, ignoring the fact that you
10 minutes.
missed the gem, you did Warp Room 1 in less than
I think if I hadn't
minutes.
missed the crystal and this level, I probably would have finished it in under 10 minutes.
Yeah. I mean, we captured, let's see how much, 42 minutes worth of footage, and
Really?
there's a lot of that is you pausing it to play whatever video it was that you had.
Oh no, it was you showing me that.
Oh, yeah.
We'll go into that.
We'll show Hatton afterwards.
Yeah. You'll like this.
Not a lot, but you'll like it.
No, it was a welcome return. I think after the success of the first one, a lot of developers probably look at games and go, okay, how can we top that now? And I think there you go, look, I should have gone left.
Should have gone left instead of right.
There's nothing down here. We're on a road to nowhere.
There's tortoises or turtles with saws in their backs.
Yes, cracking. But I think they topped the first one quite nicely. It is but see, I don't know which one's the better, either 2 or 3 of the sequels.
Well, it's progression.
It is, isn't it? I mean, I don't know which one I prefer. 3 was good, but so was this. They were both really, really well put together.
Okay. So 3 games you'd recommend?
Well, Crash Bandicoot.
Yeah.
Probably Spyro the Dragon, maybe.
Okay.
That was out
So it
around about the
fits
same
in-
time, yeah.
Fits
So I
in with
think
this era,
the
doesn't it?
second Spyro the Dragon came out around about the same time as this
Yeah.
one, if I remember rightly. Possibly, I could be wrong.
Just Crash looks less gormless.
Yeah. Well, yeah. And
Belly flop.
a third platformer of a similar stature.
Jack and Daxter.
Yes, it's the same developers, yeah. Round about the same, yeah.
Yeah, go with that. Okay.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to add about Crash? Anything?
His sequels on the PlayStation were terrible.
Yeah, the PS2 ones.
PlayStation 2, you mean?
Yeah.
The PS2.
You said
PlayStation.
Did I?
Yeah.
Yes. Don't worry, we can play the recording back and find out, you know.
Yeah, you said PlayStation.
I'm not disputing it. I thought I just said PlayStation.
Yeah. The PS2 games were by a different developer and less good.
To be honest, it says a lot that the last PlayStation game I played was Crash Bash, which was the last one Naughty Dog did on the PlayStation.
Well,
and that was still really good.
You go through all of them.
Any of the others.
Crash 1, 2 and 3, Crash Team Racing.
That was really good.
And Crash Bash, all
Which
by
was
Naughty
just
Dog.
a general really good fun
game,
party game, yeah.
All really good.
But I've never played Wrath of Cortex, which was the first PS2 one. And I don't know if it was any good or if it was panned critically. I can't remember.
Yeah, I think they all were.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, let's have a look. So we've got 1, 2, 3, Wrath of Cortex on the PS2.
That's the one.
Crash Twinsanity.
Oh, yeah.
Crash the Titans and Crash Mind Over Mutant. All first two developed by Traveller's Tales.
Oh.
And the 3 and 4 by Radical Entertainment.
Never heard of them.
But,
What did the Traveller's Tale one get? Wrath of Cortex?
Wrath of Cortex, let's have a look. It was met with mixed to fair reviews.
Oh, that's
it
not
scored
too
about
bad,
60 to 70%, thereabouts.
Oh, that's not too bad.
Metacritic give it 66 to 70, although the GameCube one is slightly lower.
Oh dear.
Twinsanity, the second Traveller's Tales. Let's see, Metacritic gives it 64 to 66. So less good. By comparison, Crash Bandicoot Warped, when it loads up, here we go,
How did I get away
gets
with that?
89 and 91.
Oh, there you go. So essentially, if you're looking for a Crash game to play, go for ye old favourite on the PlayStation.
Yeah, I mean, I think we may review the PS2 ones at some point, but...
Oh, I intend to pick them up ridiculously cheap or something, just out of morbid curiosity.
Well,
nothing else.
Crash of the Titans gets about 70%, so I think there's
timer again? Look.
there's a distinct drop. That was on that level where you noticed it. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I never did find out what that did because it sort of stopped when I went in the bonus level, didn't it?
Yeah.
Don't know.
Yeah.
Either way.
Who
So,
knows?
I think that covers everything. Right, if you want to get in touch, drop us an email, info@randomstoke.com, or if you want to visit the website or look at our WordPress, YouTube page with all the video review and all of our other video reviews, the Twitter account, which also links through my account to Ant's 2 Twitter accounts.
Really fucking like that.
Yeah. And all of that, it's all on randomstoke.com. So waste of time me giving you all the links. Just go on the website, click on the links on the top menu. It's all there.
Do it.
Do it now. So
Love us.
yes, cherish
You know
us.
you want to.
Yes. I don't know where that came from. So thank you for listening and goodbye. See you next time. This has been a Random Stoke production. Please visit www.randomstoke.com for more.